and give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Hawakakodash. Double honors to my old apostles, Great Millstone, rule and teach well. Honors and salutations to the Akim of Great Millstone, pushing his truth throughout the four corners in these last days. All right, Shalom. And it is currently, check the time. It's currently 3:34. All right, March 5th, before the evening. All right, before the start of the Passover. All right, turn it down. All right, so before the start of the Passover, okay. All right, so like my last video I did. All right, just going into the significance of the Passover. All right, and keeping the Feast of Unleavened Bread, perfect. All right, and I got a list. This sit down basically just for the Passover. All right, and another thing I found out, if you go on Google and you just you type in you type in being allergic to yeast, it'll pull up everything. It'll pull up everything with yeast in it. All right, or leaven in it. Okay, so that's a trick you can use. And it got multiple websites, and they show you everything with yeast in it. All right, and I got the names. Before I get into the topic, I got the names. Got different names for leaven. All right, so it says leaven. All right, I'm gonna say it again. All these names about the name is different names for the same shit. All right, it's different names for leaven. All right, for yeast. All right, so it says leaven, baking soda, yeast, cream of tartar, sodium pyrophosphate, and it's locking on my reading. Sodium acid peroxide, sodium aluminum phosphate, monocalcium, calcium phosphate, vinegar, acetic acid, ammonium bicarbonate, and it's not our language anyway, so fuck it. And it says ammonium hydrogen carbonate, calcium biphosphate, primary calcium phosphate. All right, so those the names, different names for leaven, for yeast. All right, so and if you can easily replay the video, I'm not about to repeat it. All right, so I want to get this precept. Oh, and another thing, if you have fish, if you have pet fish like me, your fish food has yeast in it. It has yeast. It has leaven in it. So yeah, you can choose to throw it away. Well, just take it out. You don't have to throw it away, but you got to get it out your house. All right, and with the bread. See, what I'm gonna do, with the bread and things like that, You know, with the unleavened bread, um, I'm gonna just, grind them up, to where the fishes eat it. You know, uh, like the title say, and I know they got, new, you got new fruit, new elect coming in, you know, and um, it's a beautiful thing, because guess what? We in that we almost out of here. Everything is brewing up. You know, you got you got you got UN equipment and military vehicles in America. So shit about to get real. You got all these chemical spills happening everywhere. You got blackouts happening everywhere. So your own government, Esau, the so-called white man who you trust in, this nigga is gonna bring swift destruction on you. All right, he gonna bring swift destruction on you. So only the elect gonna take heed that the elder apostles' great millstone. All right, and their fruit, and the ones that call on Yahweh Shema Shah been saying this. They've been saying, hey, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans who are Israelites, your enemy is Esau, the so-called white man. No, it's no such thing as one good Edomite. No. All right? We've been telling you what he's going to do. All right? And you can't forget the major prophecy, the RFID chip, that microchip, the mark of the beast. You can't forget that. All right? Which we know that's going to come with a social credit score, and they're going to use that to track your every move. All right, and it's going to limit you. With that, they're gonna achieve their new world order. That's what they need to achieve it. All right. So all the bullshit that's happening right now, that's just them bringing that chaos, so they can bring in their new world order. All right. But the Lord has them in the trick bag. And I seen something not the other day, but earlier today, they had fucking what they call drag queens. They had it was straight Edomites, and probably had some Jakes in there, but it was straight Edomites in there, and they was dancing for the babies. And that show you this place is just wicked. That's why this place is Babylon the Great. It's the land of confusion. You got naked transgenders, dancing in front of babies. This is madness. All right, so it's clear as day we need salvation. All right, and by the list I just read, that's why the Bible calls Esau, the so-called white man, the accuser of our brother. All right, because this devil, especially the elites, the ones that's running shit, they know that you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans are the children of Israel. All right, you are the people of the book. All right, the Bible is real. The word of the Lord is real, and it's going to come to pass. All right. So Esau, the elites on the left-hand side, they understand that. That's why they go so hard, on us. All right. They put, they putting pork in everything, and then this devil, Lord willing, I get the precept, but the intent in the heart is deep. So when they doing shit, they switching up names, they adding scientific names, so you can't understand it unless you look it up. That's called being prudent. You got to type it in and look it up. Because this devil, he's not just going to tell you, he's not just going to make it easy for you to know that he's trying to fuck over you. That's why the Bible calls the so-called white man the serpent. That old serpent, devil and Satan. All right? Because Esau, the so-called white man, he moves in the spirit of Satan. He's the adversary to the Lord and the Lord's people. All right, and he's not. The white man is not capable of doing righteousness. All right, and if you don't believe that, just keep on. All right, just keep on. Like the scriptures say, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished. You know. So you ain't gotta believe. You know, I can care less. All right. So this says, let me see what I was supposed to get. Bear with me, I forgot what I was about to get. Okay. Uh, Look, this Ecclesiastes 7:16. Be not righteous over much, neither make thyself over wise. Why shouldest thou destroy thyself? Be not over much wicked, neither be thou foolish. Why shouldest thou die before thy time? All right. It says, it is good that thou shouldest take hold of this. Yea, also from this withdraw not thine hand. For he that feareth Yahweh Shema Shah shall come forth of them all. Right. You know, because you're gonna be that's why the Lord said, I give you pastors according to my heart. You know, it's gonna feed you with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right, you know, to guide you. All right. So it says, all right. So it says, wisdom strengthen the wise more than 10 mighty men which are in the city. All right. It says, well, that's it. All right, but I got that precept. You know, I got that precept to back up the title. All right, you know, because as I was going through the list on Google, you know, when you look at it, you like, damn, this devil. That's why the Bible called Esau, the so-called white man, the accuser of our brethren. All right, you know, because he know who we are. That's why he put, you know, Leaven in almost everything, you know. But you also that's why I read this precept, all right? Because you can't be over righteous and you can't tempt the Lord, you know. All right, you know. So like the scripture says, you know, you get everything that's leaven, that has leaven, out of your house. All right. So we understand. What's the ratio? Bear with me. I'm trying to think of the ratio. I think they say 3. I think they say 3 days. I don't want to butcher it. All right. But you know, that's besides the point. All right. You know, because you got to understand. It's gonna be under the name. Let me get the name. Where is it? I just read it. Yeah, sodium. Yeah. It's under the name of one of these, but yeah, I was doing research and I noticed that there's leaven in water. Okay? So that's why I read this precept. Alright? Now, I'm about to get this next precept, and I'm taking my time with it, just let the scripture speak. Alright? So this I'm gonna get this one, then I'm gonna jump to the other one. Where is it? Okay. This Judges 5 and 11. They that are delivered from the noise of archers, those archers are the missiles, all right? The lake of fire is nuclear missiles, all right? There's no such thing as hell. So it says, they that are delivered from the noise of archers in the place of drawing water, all right, which that represents captivity, okay? There shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Shah, which we do. Keeping the Passover and the Feast of Unleavened Bread, that's righteous. That's a righteous act in the eyes of the Lord. All right? You're doing the things that's well-pleasing to Him. All right? Your mind is focused on the kingdom of heaven to come. You're not focused on the world. So it says, even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of his villages in Israel, then shall the people of the Lord go down to the gates. All right? So let me get this other one. Oh, I spelled it wrong. How you spell it? Oh, it's like you. All right, here you go. Should be Revelation. This Revelation 12 and 10. All right. It says I'm gonna start at 9. Revelation 12 and 9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. All right, and this talking about Esau, the so-called white man. All right, because he's prophesied to be ruling in these last days. All right, and the kingdom, that great city that's going to be spearheading, all right, in his rulership is Babylon the Great America. All right. So under it's a confederacy of Edomites. That's why the nickname for the European Union, the EU, is the Edomite Union. All right. Because all it is the ancient Roman Empire rebirth, reincarnated. All right. It's the ancient Roman Empire all over again. The same government. All right, the same gods and deities and idols, the same motherfuckers. All right, that's why when you read Revelation 1 and 7, the same ones that pierced Yahweh Shah, they're gonna see him return. All right. So it says, where I was, okay. It says, Revelation 12 and 9, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels was cast out with him. All right, and that's going to happen when Yahweh shall return. All right, when you read Daniel 12 and 1. Okay, because what you got to understand, that war in heaven is just the Lord fighting Esau, the so-called white man. All right, and these superpowers of the earth today. All right, because when you read what that is, when you read 2 Ezra 13, all right, it tell you the inhabitants of the earth, while they busy fighting each other in this third world war, third World War III. All right, in this third world's war. All right, they're gonna stop what they're doing, you know, and they're gonna fight the Lord, and they're gonna lose. It's not gonna be a so-called alien invasion. All right, that's just the Lord Yahweh Shah, you know, entering this atmosphere. All right, and conquering. All right, conquering what belongs to Him. All right, He's coming to deliver and take down the superpowers of the earth today. All right, who are the wicked? Esau, the so-called white man. All right, Malachi 1:4. He's the border of wickedness. All right, and then you just had the what's his name? Don't make me lie. Let me see. I want to say the Hungarian Prime Minister. I just read it, but yeah, some important guy in Hungarian. He said, what he said. I don't want to butcher it. Yeah, he basically said Europe. He said Europe wouldn't be in this conflict if it wasn't for the U.S. If it wasn't for the U.S. All right. So we see how these other nations, they're waking up to who's the problem. They're like, damn, you know, the U.S. is the problem. They're behind all this bullshit. You know, so this place is being exposed. You know. Like he said, he said, the UN, they don't even have beef with the UN like that. They say U.S. is the problem. You know. So we see Revelation 17 come to pass. All right, we see all the scriptures that talk about the Lord burning this place down coming to pass. All right. And how you think the Lord is going to judge this place? With nuclear fire in World War III, which is going to become nuclear. It's going to reach that level. All right. All right. So that's that second death. Okay. Let me see. Revelation 12 and 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now has come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power, Yahweh Shah, and the power of his anointed. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. All right? So that's what this devil does. All right, that's what I meant by Esau, the so-called white man. He know we the Israelites. That's why he put pork in everything. You know, that's why he poisoned everything. All right, that's why he put leaven in everything. All right. You think that's just a coincidence? He just decided to do that for no reason? No, he know this devil know exactly what he's doing. All right. Look, this Psalms 64 and 5. They encourage themselves in the evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. All right. So that's how they move. That's how these elites move. Then you're not about to, but the elites on the right hand side, Lord willing, I'm part of that elect number. All right, we know what's going on through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shah. And these elites, This is what they doing behind closed doors. You know, they're the hand behind the curtain. And then, you know, through the prophets of the Lord, of Yahweh Shemal Shah, all right, this devil is getting exposed. All right. Bear with me. Oh, well, it's not typing. All right. Yeah, this is a good one. All right. There you go. I might close out this one. Let me see. All right. And another thing, what I like to do, you know, for the Passover, I watch the Elder Apostles of Great Millstone, all right, GMS. You know, they got a video of them keeping the Passover. That way you can, you know, you still participating, you know, in spirit, all right? And you make sure you're doing the right shit, all right? Not shit, but, you know, it's like it's just, you know. So it says, let me see. Okay. All right. All right. So this wisdom of Solomon 3:9. Wisdom of Solomon 3:9. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints, and he hath care for his elect. All right. You know, and we're in the time of that grace and mercy. All right. You know, because guess what? There's 613 commandments. All right. And guess what? In this captivity, you know, this devil, he knows who we are. All right. So he's gonna make it you know, damn near impossible to keep the whole law. All right? Because guess what? He's going to be the accuser of our brother. All right? And then when you understand the spiritual aspect of it, you know, well, that's outside the topic. But the point is, you know, we're in captivity, all right? And the scriptures say we're going to be eating defiled bread amongst the Gentiles, all right? You know, so with the water situation, all right, you know, because, you know, even during that time period, I understand not every brother such as myself, you know, is able to take off, you know, able to take off from work, all right. You know, so that's where that grace and mercy come in at. You know? You know, cause you know, with the water situation, you know, you need that to stay hydrated. You know? Now let me get this precept. So I'm gonna end it off on this one. So, cause you got to understand, you got scoffers out there. You got people that don't believe in the Bible out there. So they trying to find any and everything to, you know, to be a devil about. This, let me see, this Romans. There it is. There you go. This is another one. I'm gonna get this one. Hold on, but it's another one I'm looking for. This one it's saying pretty much the same thing. Ooh. Yeah, this is a good one. Okay. First, I'm gonna get John. I'm gonna jump to Galatians 2 and then back to Romans. There's John 1:17. For the law was given by Moses, but grace and truth came by Yahushua HaMashiach. All right. And that's the time period. That's the time period we in. We're not under the first nor the second covenant. All right. The second covenant is going to be fulfilled in the kingdom to come, in the kingdom of heaven. All right. When you read Hebrews 8:8, you know, and Jeremiah 31:31, they say the same thing. You know. Like, I'm gonna give you another example. Even for like the law on sodomites. All right. All right. That's why I said sodomites. The law on sodomites. All right. We know according to the law, you know, they're supposed to be put to death. All right. You know, so that's why I said, you know, in certain instances, all right, you know, we ain't, because we, due to us being in captivity, and this devil, so-called white man Esau, he know who we are. All right, he's going to apply that pressure. All right, because now if you look around, you got transgenders everywhere. You know, they got their own rights. They got their own church. You know. So it says, this is another precept. This is Galatians 2:21. I do not frustrate the grace of Yahweh Shema Shah. For if righteousness come by the law, then Hamashiach Yahweh Shah is dead in vain. Right. Which we know which we know the Lord didn't make himself that ultimate sacrifice for the nation of Israel in vain. It wasn't in vain. All right. All right? That's why now we have been adopted back to Yahweh. All right, through the blood of Yahweh Shah. All right. Now let me go to Romans. This Romans 3:31. Do we then make void the law through faith? Yahweh forbid, meaning no. Yea, we establish the law. All right. You know, so I brought that out to say, because you got you got scoffers. You know, you got people that don't believe in the truth, but yet attack the truth. All right, because they know it's the truth. All right, but you got scoffers that'll be like, oh, so since we're in captivity, you know, and we can't control what this devil put in our food, yada yada yada. You know, they're gonna try to find a way to basically point the finger, just because their deeds is wicked, just because they're being wicked. All right. That's why I brought out that Judges 5:11. All right, because the hopeful elect, they're gonna be, you know, doing all they can in keeping this Passover perfect, keeping the Feast of Unleavened Bread perfect. All right, that's having that fear in Yahweh Shema Shah. You know, that's, you know, having the desire. We seek a kingdom to come. All right, let me get that. I'm about to close out too. Wait, what? Excuse me. Oh yeah, I forgot about this one. Look, it's Hebrews 13:14. For here have we no continuing city, but we seek one to come. All right, that's why we rehearse the righteous acts. You know, you want to be a part of that first fruit, the elect. You know, you don't want to have to die to be born into the kingdom of heaven. You know, you want to be changed in the twinkling of an eye. You know, like they say, first round seats. Now this John 4. All right, this John 4:22 on down. Ye worship ye know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth, for the Father seeketh such to worship him. All right? And it says, Yahweh is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. Okay? Yeah, that should be it. All right? You know, so, shit, what time it is? Yeah. All right. You know, so the Passover about to be coming in about like another hour and a half. All right? And this live, so it should just shoot on straight up after I end it. All right, so Lord willing, that was edifying. And Lord willing, Yahweh Shema Shah willing, the hopefully elect keep the Passover and unleavened bread perfect. All right, and be prudent, do their research. With that, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Harakah Kodash. Double honors to my elder apostles, great millstone, ruler, teach well, and honors and salutations to the Akim, great millstone, pushing this truth. Shalom.